rise for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, I like our chairs better.
I feel like here's better. Okay, good. So that's good. Welcome to the May 9th public session of the Board of Trustees. We always start out the month with the Employee of the Month. This time it's William Banks Jr. He's a groundskeeper 3 in the Parks Department. He's not here tonight, but he was hired on April 15th, 2002, and Bill he's just a phenomenal individual, great family man, great community person, always has this incredibly positive, can-do attitude. He's a great leader in the department, and I enjoy being around him every time I get the opportunity. I know everybody here when you're around him, and so and it rolls over into the workplace, and he's well respected by all the employees of the village, so we're very thankful. I think this is the second time he's received it, and congratulations, Bill, and the Parks Department, and keep up the great work. So thanks. In the public comment section, if we had nobody sign up, so anybody wishing to speak, Tim, come on up and just you need to come on up here to, yeah.
Bring the mic to you.
Just identify yourself.
Hi,
for the,
Tim Behringer, 242 North McGee Street, Southampton. We're here to talk about the surf camp. Now, I don't know if that falls under the public hearing for beach access, or if we want to.
No, it's not a public hearing for the
Okay.
beach access. But I'll tell you right now, Trustee Yastrzemski and myself met with the person who ran the surf camp last year.
Mm-hmm.
We told him that any prior authorization that he had from the village board to run a surf camp no longer exists, and that if he's going to run a surf camp in the village of Southampton, he's going to have to submit a formal application, which includes a licensing from Suffolk County, and we would have to look at our village code in reference to now we have to handle it and stuff. So
Okay, because this does get into, I mean, who's going to enforce that? Is that going to be?
well, he's
Code
been we've had the whole conversation. He knows
Okay.
exactly where the village stands on it.
Okay.
It's a non-passive. It's a non-passive activity that the way his website read meets all the standards for requirement for licensing in Suffolk County. With the age of the kids, the times, the length of the camp, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So in order for us to, if he's going to run a surf camp, he's got to meet all of these requirements. He has to come back and submit an application in front of the village board, which we haven't heard anything from him on it, one way or the other.
Okay.
And this is purely about only about providing a safe environment for the children there to make
Well,
sure that all the
And
standards.
I disagree with you, and I think maybe a couple other people do too. I mean, this is about allowing somebody to create a commercial use.
Well, that's why I said that there's
And
components of the village code that we would have to address.
I mean, you're walking into a sea of quicksand. Where does it stop? I mean, can I sell newspapers down there? I mean, that's why I thought maybe it was under the beach parking access.
No, that's why I said if his application.
I mean,
if,
here you've got a person he's apparently going to, as long as he complies with the requirements, going to have permission to run a camp down at the beach.
there has to be. That's why we have to address some village code issues if he presents an application in front of us.
Okay, because the other problem is you guys don't own that beach. So you can't give him permission to use it.
Well, we own property down there.
You do?
The village of Southampton owns property
Down where? Down by the...
at various points. There's different
okay.
points along the ocean
So
front
he
of the
would be
village.
restricted to village properties.
He would be restricted to village properties.
It's a commercial use. Once you open the door, I mean, I don't know how you're going to stop other people from coming in and asking.
By making amendments. Right now, I don't have an application.
Right,
There's
okay.
nothing in front of us to make a decision, so I can't give you feedback one way or the other. We'd have, if he comes in here with an application, then we would have to evaluate it. You know, I'm just talking for myself, I'm not speaking for the 4 other members of the board here. There would have to be potentially village code amendments to allow a surf camp to go on. I mean, we live on the ocean. We have a beachfront here. I've said it before, I believe that a surf camp is something that benefits our community. It should be something that should be offered here. How it's done, the way it's done, it's not gonna happen like it did last year. The volume's not gonna be the same volume, we already told them. If you come in here with an application, your volume's not even gonna be close to what it was last year. Your hours are gonna be very restricted. So what you presented on your website is not what's gonna happen. So he knows that. And there's all sorts of requirements with Suffolk County and the New York State.
I mean, based on the ad that's in one of the papers, he's already collecting
Well-
deposits. You know, I mean,
That's gonna be between him
And
and the people that are signing up.
yeah.
I'm just telling you, right now, as we speak, he does not have permission to operate a surf camp in the village of Southampton, because he's not presented any type of application in here for us to evaluate and go from there.
Is there any kind of drop dead date, or, I mean, can he finally get off his butt and come in July with the application?
Well, if he comes in July with an application expecting to start a surf camp the next week, it's probably not gonna happen, because
Okay,
because there probably we'll have to evaluate it and compare it to the village code. And we may end up having to do some public hearings if we have to make changes to that. And that's the,
Also, part of one of the delays that he knew he was gonna be facing was going through the Suffolk County process.
Right.
That also had, I forget the time frame, but that alone going through that Department of Health application
Yeah.
process apparently has a certain
yeah, they
lag.
they were, I think,
That's what we
I-
used as
yeah.
a main guideline.
I think that actually, they can actually accept applications until 60 days prior to the start of the camp. Was there, but since our meeting, which was, I don't know, a month ago, at least a month and a half ago, haven't heard anything from them. So that's kind of.
nor have you heard anything from anybody else, I take it.
Oh, we've heard comments from
Well, I mean,
homeowners down on the beach.
Well, inquiries from other people who might want to run their own
No.
surf camp. Okay.
Oh,
I did have
actually,
one phone call.
we did have a phone
That's
call
right, you mentioned
from
there was a
somebody.
phone- Somebody inquiring, right, or I don't know how
Yeah.
detailed they,
It was just inquiring.
If they were going to start, what would you have to do?
and the answer was, you gave was what the mayor pretty much just said.
Okay, I'm,
But it's, here's what I'm gonna say, it's not, if somebody went through that entire process right there, and it's not even gonna be close to what the volume of activity that occurred down there last year, or the daytime, the length of the day,
Yep.
and all of that.
okay, I mean, you know, you and I, we
I
go
know.
pretty far back.
Yeah.
We've fought pretty
Oh, I
hard,
know.
and that picnic area is really,
Well, that's a concern of ours.
yeah.
That's a
We need to
concern of
protect
ours.
what we've gotten.
Well, you know where I'm at on Sundays.
Oh, I've seen you.
So, yeah, and you know how I feel about that place. I'm not gonna go through and jeopardize anything.
Okay.
But there are other pieces of property that the village owns which are not in that affected area, if it's something that we have to address.
Where are those properties? Or, don't know, I mean, right away.
Well, right,
Off the top,
not
yes.
right
In
off the
front of the
top
bathing
of my head.
corporation.
No.
In front of Cooper's,
A little surf
yeah.
school there.
No.
I think that would wake them up.
I didn't say that. But,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's,
I'll
Yeah.
stay in touch. I mean,
oh, I'm sure you will. But you know, I do believe that there should be we should have the ability somewhere to have a surf school. What the size of that surf school, how frequently it operates, who operates that surf school, the hours of operation, the numbers of kids that are there are all up in the air right now. We don't have an application in front of us
Okay.
to make a judgment on it. I know the town is doing some kind of public hearing on.
We met with the town, well, I went to the town trustee meeting on Monday,
Okay,
and there, Fred is leaning towards trying to regulate one small surf camp down at Flying Point at the Cut, period, because the town trustees apparently own that beach, so
Right.
they're taking the attitude that with ownership, we have the right to
mm-hmm,
lease it out, which,
Right.
again, we're not clearly in favor, I'm not clearly in favor of turning the beach into a commercial use.
yeah.
They're doing Palm Court also, Hampton Bays.
Do they?
Mhm.
Okay, but that's
That's town.
That's town.
That's a
yeah.
town.
This-
Junior,
this-
that's a junior lifeguard
The
program.
jurisdictions get very confusing. This is the town trustees actually own the Cut. I think what you're talking about is
It's just the
Christine and the Parks and Recreation over at Pond Court.
That's a town park.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, clearly the town and the village,
That's for 3 days.
Okay.
I mean, we're all in the same boat trying to figure out how to grapple with this. It is a moving target here. What started as we even told to the gentleman, as a grassroots for him and others that do this, has blossomed to the point where, I don't think there were certain things in place, looking ahead to handle this. Now it has to be handled, it
Yeah.
wasn't an issue, now it is, it's
Yes, it
been
does,
going
yeah,
up.
right.
But it's not just us, obviously, we, as you know, you went to.
From what I got from the town on Monday, they're essentially going to put in place some methods of blocking him, let's call him, I don't want to use
Well,
names.
it's an
From-
RFP
once-
process.
If for some reason he can't get open in the village, they don't want him in Southampton. They've already, the town, they've already tangled with him down at
Yeah.
Sagaponack.
Look, we're looking at a camp, whatever that camp is, whoever that operator is. We have no applications or anything like
Right.
that to make any kind of judgment on. But it's the hours are not going to be the same, the volume's not going to be the same. If it's going to really be just why can't you run a 3-hour surf camp a few days a week to teach kids how to surf around here? That would not be a bad thing to have done. It really wouldn't be bad. Because,
I'm
I
trying to agree.
I get the whole thing with the commercial activity and where
Right,
does it end. It's a, but if we look at legislation that just allows, certain things. I mean, we have vending. You have vending. You can't vend in certain. You can't go down to the beach ends and
sell
do that. You
newspapers.
can't
Right.
have a vending truck in the business district. Well, you can go and have Mr. Soft. You can go through some of the residential streets and sell.
Right.
So
And-
through legislation
Okay.
and village code modification, we can protect that stuff. But it's,
Okay.
But I get where you're coming from. My thing, I'm down there on Sundays too. With I call it the best day of my week.
We need to
Right
get
there.
you down there more often, that's what we.
I know.
All right, I guess for now, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm not done.
Wednesdays off.
What's that?
Give him Wednesdays off, too.
Doesn't he already take Wednesdays? That's golf.
Thursdays.
Yeah, that's right. A day off? What's a day off? Sorry.
That's right.
Can I speak on this, Victor?
Yeah, come on up, Fran. Yeah, thanks.
Francis Adam Chesky, 40 West Prospect Street. I know you are in favor of the camp and all that, but I just wanted, the areas that you're saying you want to put these, is it village-owned properties?
Yes.
Owned by the village people, I believe, the taxpayers, I believe?
Yep.
So I believe if if you're gonna run a camp down there, it should be done by the village. And have a village resident, not somebody from Sag Harbor, somebody from out of town, somebody that's a resident, and resident children only, not people from Sagaponack, from Sag Harbor, Let them go to Montauk, where all the other schools are over there. Do you want to give a little surf camp here? Let them be all Southampton residents, not anybody else from, Timbuktu or wherever. I'm in favor of the kids surfing too. I love the kids.
Yeah.
But class, that school there, don't want to mention any names, but it's a little out of control. But just the taxpayers own the beach too. They should have access to that. And if you're going to give permission for that surf school or a surf school to be on village-owned property, it's kind of a jumbling.
Not about it. That thought never. That's an interesting point because I never thought about that. I don't
Fran,
know
what are
about
you
you
doing?
guys.
I'm out of here.
For a job?
Good night, thank you.
Village resident looking for a job?
No, I have a job, thank you. Thank you. I just want to make that point.
I mean, well, that's part of why we make public comment. It's very, very valid
It should be
comment.
used for
Yeah.
the residents.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Frank.
You're welcome, thank you.
All right.
Fran?
Anyone else would like to make public comment? Okay. We're going to close the public comment. Board presentations, none. Public hearings, beach access parking. We have the local law here, which is, Rick, you want to?
Okay, all you're doing in this local law is changing the starting date for the parking permit requirement at various public parking areas at the end of roads. Instead of starting the Saturday before Memorial Day, it would start May 15th.
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing on local law amending chapter 86-12 of the village code with respect to the permit parking at specific public parking areas adjacent to beaches.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The whole history on this is that every year we were having to modify the signs just by, because we had, and this just gives a flat date and we don't have to reprint or put numbers up there every year. So that's the theory behind it. So anyone from the village board have any comments about this? Anybody from the public would like to make comments? Susan, come on up.
Susan Stevenson, I live in the village. I was thinking about this, and I think nobody actually goes in the water on May 15th, or maybe two people do. But I thought it was so stringent and kind of, does it have to be the 15th, and what was it, the 15th of September, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt like it was exclusionary in a way that didn't make me feel good. I can't, and I'm mostly for taxpayers' rights, but I thought, who really cares who goes to the beach? I mean, I don't. On the 21st, or even on Memorial Day, it's so cold, very few people go. I don't know if you want to leave Memorial Day in there, but I just thought maybe it was a little too stringent, and it seemed unwelcoming is what I thought.
Well, if we don't have a date on there.
Well, you can have a date.
Yeah.
What's the 15th is the 21st? I don't know.
People start,
Because
actually,
Memorial
people on
Day
a sunny
can get-
weekend, people are down at the beach already.
How many?
Well, no, I'm not saying that parking lot's going to be filled,
Well,
but
if it's not filled, it's a moot point to me. But I just feel like the 15th.
I mean, we've had 90-degree weather in mid-May. I mean,
Yeah, and 10
so
people
that
showed
had-
up. I mean, I just thought it was unwelcoming. Do what you want to do, but I thought it gave off a bad feeling. And
Well, we've always had it when the season opens.
yeah, but that's
so
2 weeks before the season.
This is all about, yeah, but then we're always like, one year it opens on such and date, so we have to print it at such and such. This was just to avoid
Right, I
having to
understand
print.
that principle. I just thought it seemed exclusionary in a way that was unwelcoming.
Well, if there are not that many people, it doesn't matter.
Well, they get a ticket, it matters.
That's
the problem.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
And
Really, I have my permits, don't worry. But I don't know, the tone of it was a little off for me, that's all. I understand the reason for it, I thought, wow, nobody really, who would go there? And maybe the one guy who comes out on the 21st, if he gets a ticket, I mean, you don't have to ticket them, that's another idea. But that would be a closely guarded secret of those of us who live here, which wouldn't really welcome anybody either. So there you have it.
Thank you.
meetings. Anybody have any comments off that? I mean, we picked
I
the
don't know, we've only
May
moved-
15th.
We moved the date already, how many times already, so, doesn't matter to me,
Just a easy 15th to 15th.
easy numbers.
Right.
Well, I think, didn't, a lot of the signs used to always have the 15th to 15th, didn't they, years ago, or was it Memorial Day always?
Come on, years ago?
Years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't think, I think that for the ease of printing the signs,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not a big issue. And maybe they'll be lenient on the parking tickets.
Yeah. Bill, any comment or anything like that? No?
Oh, no, I'm
Okay. All right. Any further comment about
watching
this?
with the group.
Any further comment? Okay. I make a motion to close the public hearing on this.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
To take
Want to
action.
adopt it?
Yeah, let's take,
There you are.
adopt it, yeah.
All you need on this one is a motion to enact this proposed local law as local law number blank, and I'll have to give you the number for the
I think
minutes.
it's 3.
It's 3?
I believe it's 3. Yeah.
Okay, as local law number 3 of 2013.
Motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second?
Roll call vote. Trustee Yastrzemski?
Aye.
Trustee Irving?
Aye.
Mayor Epley?
Aye.
Trustee McCann?
Aye.
Trustee Hattrick?
And I.
Okay, I've got 2 communications, one from Southampton High School. The graduating class of 2013 would like permission to borrow the large American flag to use as a backdrop for the graduation ceremony. Date of graduation is June 23rd. We would like to pick the flag up on Monday, June 17th, so we can arrange to have it set up for rehearsal. We'll return the flag the following week. Thank you for your consideration. Brian Zahn.
We
The annual
do
event.
this every year with these guys. It's a beautiful backdrop to the graduation. So I'd like to make a motion to authorize Southampton High School to utilize the large American flag in accordance with their letter dated May 1st, 2013.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the next one is, as from Southampton Chamber of Commerce, as per my conversation with Van Yorny, we are requesting permission to move our 14th annual Winter Parade of Lights along with the tree lighting ceremony to Saturday, November 30th due to the Thanksgiving holiday encompassing the last Saturday of November and the first Sunday in December. We appreciate your consideration. Thank you, Karen Conley.
Yeah, the purpose behind this is that normally we do the very first Saturday in December, which is late, because I think
It'll be the 7th.
December 1st is on a Sunday.
Right.
And so we would like to move it up, and that way the tree will be lit and the parade will be a little bit earlier, which would be good. So I'd like to make a motion authorizing the 14th, the annual Winter Parade of Lights parade and a tree lighting ceremony to occur on Saturday, November 30th, in accordance with the letter from the Chamber of Commerce dated April 26, 2013, not 12.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
A couple of resolutions. Item 1, resolve that the reading of the minutes for the work session April 23rd, 2013 be dispensed with, and that those minutes be accepted as filed by the village administrator, and that the actions taken at that meeting be and hereby are ratified and approved. Can I have a motion?
So moved?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the claims for the warrants dated May 9th, 2013, totaling $145,430.13, warrants 15 general fund, $10,180, and $1,199.67, warrants 13 and 23 trust fund, and $26,906.69, warrant 13 capital reserve fund, and the village payrolls for the period ending May 2nd, 2013 be ordered and approved. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second?
Discussion? General warrant 1, 2 payments to Aldo Andrioli for April and May, engineering fees, $3,250. Barboy Products, Fire Department Kitchen Equipment, $1,956. Bellring and Communications, camera repair at Flying Flame Park, $1,323. Bellring and Ambulance Barn Door Panel, $1,500. Page 2, Robert Cameron, Fire Department, volunteer medical reimbursement, $1,000. Page 3, Cast Productions, April videotaping, $1,541.65. Delalio Sod Farms, seed for the Parks Department, $1,252.50. Page 4, James Durier, Fire Department volunteer medical, $1,000. Peter Enstein, also Fire Department volunteer, $1,000 medical reimbursement. Finance manager, the 2012 W-2s and 1099s, $1,159. Page 5, Jonathan Ford, Fire Department volunteer, $1,000. Grosky Mower Service, Parks Equipment, $1,661.95. Hammer Medical, Ambulance Supplies, $1,740.50. Hampton IT Experts, computer programming at Village Hall, $3,401, and $1,890 for programming at Police Department. Page 6, going on to page 8, Herrick Hardware, April supplies rather, in the amount of $1,262.23. Johnson Electrical, traffic signal maintenance for April, $1,275. LIPA Building Department bill, $1,335.94. Page 9, LIPA for the Police Department, $4,223.33. And street light bill for LIPA, $5,728.61. Winch's Garden Center, going on to page 9, April supplies, $4,171.75. BC Equipment, parts for the garage, $1,050.68. Messiano Consulting, grant writer services for April, $2,287.50. And water supply to page 11, $2,227.84, parts for the garage. Dudley Nation, Fire Department volunteer, $1,000. Page 12, National Grid, Firehouse, $1,174.14. Nextel, cell phone bill for April, $1,564.24. And Norsec and Sons, April carding, $4,519.80. Page 15, overhead building supply, supplies for the building department, parks department, and highway department, $1,506.90. RoboView, 4 keyboards for the police department, $1,201. Page 16, Sprague, 3,000 gallons of gasoline, $8,568.30. And Zachary Studenroth Consulting for the ARB, $1,050. Page 17, Dennis Toomey, April legal fees, $6,787.95. Verizon Wireless, April bill, $2,147.19. And VHB Engineering for the Safe Routes to School grant, $39,419.54. Last one is Zager Brothers, wood carpet for the parks, $2,280. Next warrant is warrant 13 for the trust. Gem Fence, dugout fences, $7,480. James Lynch Irrigation for the creek meadows behind the chamber, $2,700. Second trust warrant is Anthony Punnett, tax sale redemption, $1,199.67. And capital reserve warrant, Firematic Supply, thermal imaging camera for the fire department, $12,890. Integrated wireless roof siren for the fire department, $8,720.50. LI Proliner, additional work on the chief's vehicle, $1,137.29. Morgan Auto Supply, air compressor for the firehouse, $2,599. And strategic safety, a gas meter, $1,559.90. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the attached schedule of budget transfers to eliminate overages for the period April 24th, 2013 to May 9th, 2013. Have a motion?
Motion.
Second? Discussion. Item 1, $500 into courts overtime from Justice Court part-time. Item 2, $4,000 to clerk contractual, $500 into clerk telephone, with $4,100 coming from clerk part-time and $400 from clerk supplies. Third one is $6,100 to law contractual, coming from trustees special projects. Next one is $14,000 DPW personal, with $6,000 coming from Social Security and $8,000 from trustees special projects. Next one is $5,000 to Billings utility, $500 into Billings telephone, coming from $5,500 coming from contractual. Next one is $5,000 into garage supplies and materials, coming from garage contractual. Fire utilities, $2,000 in, coming from fire miscellaneous. Next one is $1,000 into building inspectors utilities, coming from fire marshal contractual. Next one is $1,000 into ambulance supplies, coming from ambulance miscellaneous. Next one is $2,000 into street maintenance fuel, coming from street maintenance supplies. And next one is $300 into parks equipment, $500 into parks telephone, $150 into parks clothing, all coming from parks contractual. And the last one is $1,600 ARB contractual, coming from special projects. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the rehiring of Caitlin Romansky as the seasonal beach manager of Cooper's Beach for the period of May 25th, 2013 to September 2nd, 2013, at a salary of $18,000 for the season. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? It's the same salary as last year.
Caitlin's
She's already
fantastic.
starting work already, so it's
Yeah,
just a formality, but she does a great job.
yeah, she really is just, yeah.
Has good hands on it.
No, she does a great job. We're lucky to have her there, definitely.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the hiring of Nathaniel Reister as a grasshopper for the Parks Department. Reister.
He'll get the names right sometime there.
At an hourly rate of $11 effective May 20th, 2013. I just got to see if he's paying attention.
It was Einstein, not Einstein before.
You let that slide?
He did it again, so.
There you go. Have a motion?
I make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following payments from the Capital Reserve Account subject to permissive referendum. $12,890 to Firematic Supply, $1,137.29 to LI Proliner, $1,559.90 to Strategic Safety Dynamics, $8,720.50 to Integrated Wireless, and $2,599 to Morgan Auto Supply. Have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, just an update on the Village Hall renovation. I did check, last time we spoke about the elevator bid, and there were line items in there that does require us to go back out to bid, so we should be back in the paper this week for both the masonry and the elevator bid this
Okay.
week.
And this time we're spelling it all out, like the
Yeah.
things that,
Mhm.
the warranty.
Yeah, I
and
spoke
the-
to Mark Schiffer last week, so he's, delineated everything, and hopefully he's gonna have it to me by tomorrow or Monday. I'll get that in the paper. And as far as the bond closing, which we need to close before May 31st, that's scheduled for next Thursday.
Okay, great.
Let's move along. Next item is a Cablevision audit. I was in contact with this company, Phone Review, that will go in and audit our payments from Cablevision, which I'd like to do. I mean, they're looking for a 50% fee, but I can get that down to a 40 or 45%. It is, subject to negotiation, but they'll go in and, audit everything for us. There's questions about where the cable boxes are included, and we really get no information as far as, how these numbers are calculated. So I'd like to,
You and I have talked about this, because going all the way back to even involving Charlie, even back with the Cablevision negotiations, is how do you prove the check that they're sending us?
we're at their mercy.
Yeah.
Totally at
it's-
their mercy.
It's true, so, and Phone Review did that with our phones.
We did that back in
Couple years ago.
2008, I believe.
Yeah.
And they did a pretty good job.
They said it saved some
Yep.
substantial savings. that
Yeah,
they
so it's
brought
just,
in.
what they create, and then obviously going forward,
Right.
let's say ratchet things back up again, but.
Right.
What
let's
period of
continue.
time does their fee cover? Are they going back or forward, or,
They're gonna go
Forever?
back.
pardon?
They're gonna go back. I believe they go back to a 5-year period.
Mhm.
And there was another company upstate that I was talking to, but these guys are basically right across the street from Cablevision's headquarters, so.
Right.
I think and they did a good job on the phones back in 2008.
Yeah, they did do a good job, so.
And they don't have lunch with any of the executives, do they? Just checking.
I can put that as a clause in the contract.
Yeah. But, I mean, I do know that they did a nice job for us here, so. Yeah, I would like to see a fee dropped. And what was the fee in the phone? Do you remember?
The phones are usually about 33%,
Okay.
33 to 35. But the Cablevision, it's kind of a specialty field. It's more
Yeah.
involved because of all the different, boxes and line fees and everything else.
Yeah.
And it's also, there's fewer companies doing it. There's a wealth of companies doing the phones, but there's not a heck of a lot doing Cablevision audits.
So what do they actually, what data do they get different than other? Or they just go after it where
We,
people don't?
per
typically?
our contract, we have the right to audit.
Okay.
And they obviously will go in there, they know what they're looking for. We give them a letter of authority that they're acting on our behalf.
Okay.
And they go into
You
billing
think
area.
they're willing to negotiate the fee at all?
Yes.
And then, okay.
Go get 'em.
I mean, I like the engagement. I personally like to see it 40%, do a 60-40 split with them. If we can get that, but,
Yeah, I know I can get them to
Yeah.
at least 45, and I'll try to push for
Okay.
40.
let's see what happens.
Okay.
And if they come back in with a lower number, then we'll engage them at that point in
Right.
time. And 'cause I think we're getting off, everybody's nodding their heads here
Okay.
with this, so we know it's something we need to do.
Yep.
But, and if it's still 50, maybe we'll reach out to the upstate
Right.
company and see if,
Mm-hmm.
if they'd like to come in and bid on it, so,
Got it. Okay.
okay,
I'll go back and
thanks. Okay. Any further discussion items that didn't make it onto here? Comments from board members there? Trustee Yaz?
A couple of points. One, I just want to follow up on the fire truck donation that we did to the Port Crane Department outside of Binghamton. That they're in deep gratitude. It's been put to very good use so far with drills, and so they're using the heck out of it. They can't be more thankful, and they keep extended invitations to everyone ever passing through the area to swing by and take a look and stop by and visit. So
I thought you were going to tell me it didn't make it up there.
I choked. I asked, as long as they made it out of Southampton. But no.
Looked down on the way up.
No, it was nice. We were there. Obviously, we were there to
Yeah.
do it. They were so appreciative, and so it's been a great thing for them, and so it's a good thing. Secondly, I want to recognize one of our own within our departments. It's in the paper here. Frank Milza, who's a volunteer ambulance for the Southampton Village Volunteer Ambulance Corps. He was recently recognized at their annual, should I get it right? The Southampton Town EMS Advisory Committees. He won the Nancy Maxon Volunteer of the Year Award. It's named after Flanders volunteer from the Flanders Volunteer Fire Ambulance Corps. So they always, all the different agencies within the town choose a person from their own departments, and then they anonymously choose, from all the entries, and he was chosen from all the East End. Remember, he's all that to Montauk. And one of the
Pretty
big,
big deal.
it's a big deal. It
Yeah.
really is. And one of the main things that set them apart, because it's hard. I mean, these all a group of volunteers that all give a lot of time. They all do great things. So even they admit it's hard to weed out. But it's a point system, and one of the things that set him apart was the community CPR program he does here, and it keeps that going and active. So again, congratulations to Frank Milza and the SVVA for the work they do, and all the volunteers and all the other volunteers that were recognized. So thank you.
Great. Trustee Arvine?
Just a real quick comment. Spring, it's absolutely beautiful, and our village is absolutely beautiful. If you go out, the grass is all obviously green and trees are budding. I would encourage everybody to take a walk around the village. It's, the employees have done a great job in keeping the place looking terrific, and we all should get it out of the cars and on our bikes and really take a close look at the village we live in, because it's pretty spectacular.
Well said. Nancy?
Well, I would like to thank the Parks Department, because we had opening day of Little League, and the parks up there are absolutely amazing. I mean, I think our kids are so lucky to have that facility, and every year it gets better and better and better. I mean, the fields look professional for these children. So I think our Parks Department really knocked themselves out in taking care of that. And plus, we had such a pile of wood. I don't know how they ever got it out of there from the storm, but it was gone.
Mount
And
Epley, they still
right.
named it, yeah.
I mean, it was amazing if you ever saw
Nobody
the
could
amount
climb
of
it.
debris that was up there after the storm. I mean, it had to go somewhere, and it went up there. And, all winter they were chipping away to get it out of there, and it was gone. And I have to say, the grounds were absolutely amazing, and those kids are very lucky. very, very lucky, and I thank the Parks Department for that. They did a great job.
Bill?
Well, I think everybody's gilded the lily quite nicely here. It is nice to see the paving job that was just done on Hampton Road and part of Old Town and David White's and so on. And I think there's another section also. But other than that, just get ready for the hordes. Genghis Khan and his hordes are coming.
Quote you on that?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, on this past Saturday, Southampton Village Improvement Association actually gave us a $25,000 donation towards the restoration of the World War I Memorial. The restoration program's coming along very good, very well, and if you want to go and look at it, you'll see it's some dramatic improvements on it. And they started at the top and they're working their way down, and by Memorial Day, the job is supposed to be complete. The top of it looks brand new, and the program. So I wanted to thank the VIAS for their very generous donation to this, and not only to that World War I memorial, but a lot of programs we do, the improvements around the village. They go out and raise funds, and so if you participate with the VIAS, it comes right back into the village of Southampton. So thank you guys. The traffic calming grant, the corners that were torn up. Bill and I had a meeting a couple of weeks ago. We've seen a lot of movement in that direction, and it's all starting to get complete. So
the mayor at that office, I might comment, was extremely blunt and straightforward. Those people who have kept us on our heels all winter long. So believe me, he put the pressure on.
It was and great support from Bill also. We a good team, and we were able to get the program moving in the right direction, and I'm very happy with the progress they've made so far.
I would assume that in some areas we're going to restripe. For instance, the corner of Jagger and what is it, on North Sea? There, it was over on an angle. Now it's straight, which is better.
Right.
So I would imagine we're going to block that out and then restripe.
The restriping program, and after all the work is done, it's supposed to finish up. So, and then also it's Nurses Recognition Week, Nurses Appreciation Week. Yesterday, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, but Trustee Ystrupski went and Brenda went to represent the village. Gave a proclamation and recognized the nurses at the hospital. And, so if you know a nurse, or it's the week to appreciate them. So we're very lucky to have the hospital here and the quality of services that go on there. And also just wanted to congratulate Bob Challoner, who's the president and CEO of Southampton Hospital, because on Tuesday he was recognized by a golf outing by the Southampton Business Alliance as their Man of the Year, and this community is extremely fortunate to have him as the head of that hospital, and they always had the great staff and the support around it. Now they've got this incredible leader who's taken giant strides with that hospital, and we're very fortunate to have him as part of this community and the team that he surrounds himself with. So we're very lucky. So congratulations to Bob and the entire Southampton Hospital team for that recognition. So with that being said, we have a second public comment. Anyone wishing to address the board? No? Okay, so I'm going to make a motion to adjourn to executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel matters involving village employees.
Second.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Right.